Everyone able to see, right?
Yes.
So today we'll discuss with the some functions. Like we have the web functions and LR functions. We have two functions will be there. So in script, what are the functions we observed? Web function. What are the functions we observed as of now? Web URL, right?
Yes.
Web URL and web submit data
Web submitted
and web break find
and
Fine.
web brick find
and web break save param and web break save param ex, web break save param reg exp and web image check and web add auto headers. So these all will be web functions. So in interview point, what will happen means how many web functions anyway what you can tell me means which purpose we can use. Now web break find, which purpose we can use web break find? We need to validate for the text point of view. We need to use for the web break find. Image point when we can use web image check. So we need to when we want to for the validation point of view image, so we need to use for the web image check. Going to the web add auto header. So we need to add for the some header files. So at that time we need to use for the header point of view, we can use for the web add auto header functions. Then going to the, we have the correlation functions will be there. Web break say param, web break say param ex, web break say param reg exp. So these all will be correlation functions to capture the dynamic value purpose we can use. And going to the web URL. Web URL means what is the web URL? So when
Which
you record the
URL?
script, right, you are clicking means it is a generating for the web URL function. You are submitting some data, like you are submitting to the application some data. Then which function it will generate? Web submit
Web
data.
data.
So now we know for this, all right. Apart from this, we have the one more is there, website max HTML param length function. Website max HTML param length function. So I will show here. Here we are able to see for the all the functions. So which function you want in it? Website max HTML. See, this is the function website max HTML param length function. This function when we can use means maybe you are giving for the left boundary, right boundary empty. Web break save param. What I am giving means, so for here I am giving for the web underscore right underscore save underscore and param, and I'm giving for the parameter name and LB and RB lost. So for here, I'm giving for the parameter name some list I gave it, and LB equal to I'm giving for the empty. RB is equal to empty. So when you are given RB is equal to LB is equal to empty, what will happen is it will capture the entire response from the server. Particular point of view, it will capture the entire response from the server. Now we can observe, we can execute, and we can observe. So now you can see here in response for the test. So now you can observe, I'm closing this. So now you can observe I given for the test is equal to, this is value. So what will happen? It is capturing for the entire response from the server. You can observe we are getting for the big value for the entire response from the server. So at that time, what will happen is load runner variable, it is occupying only 256 bytes, but you are capturing for the entire response, or the capturing value will be more than 256 bytes. Then what we need to means we need to write for the website HTML max param length function in the top of the script. For example, here will be we are getting for the not here, right? Web break separam. Where is it? Yeah. Is the dest value we are getting for the lot of value. So maybe this variable only occupy only 256 byte only it will be there. By default will be how many bytes? 256 bytes. Maybe the response will be more than 256 bytes. Then we need to write for the top of the script website max HTML param length function. Web underscore set max underscore HTML underscore param underscore length and param length, and after that we need to give for the bracket and colon, and for here you need to give for the value of value which value you need to give, you need to give for the in double colons. So for example, so 256 bytes will be default, but you want for the more than that means you need to give for the like I'm giving for the 5 nines. So means if it is a more than 256 bytes also your script will be never fail. So that is the purpose we can use for the website max HTML param length function. If anyone asks, so if you given for the left boundary, right boundary, what will happen? Then what will happen? It will capture the entire response from the server. Actually, load runner variability occupy only 256 bytes. If it is a more than that, we'll get for that throw an error. So we need to give the function in the top of the script website max HTML param length function. It's fine, everyone. So now we'll see the one more functions. Web adders, web getting property is there. So web getting property, when we can use for the web getting property means, for example, Naukri will be there. So what you are doing, you are downloading the video or uploading the video, but that not video, sorry, resume. So for that point of view, that resume, how much size you need to identify means we need to use for the web getting property. To find out for the download file size, so we need to use for the which function? Web getting property function. And going to the next function, web break find. Web break find already we know, right? Web break find means that is a text verification point, and web break find is a registration function. That is why we are writing for the top of the request. So means this is the request. So we are writing for the top of the request. You can observe this is our request is a web URL. In the top of the request, we are writing for the web break find function. Okay, and we know for the this web break separam, exp, this all will be which functions? Web break separam, exp, exp functions. Correlation functions.
Correlation.
Yes, to generate for the to capture the dynamic value point of view, we can use for the, if anyone asks for the which purpose we can use for this correlation function means to generate the dynamic value, to capture the dynamic point of view, we need to use for the web break separam functions. And apart from this, website max HTML param length also done. So I'm explaining only what are the maybe we are important functions only I'm explaining. Maybe if anyone asks also, you need to give for the answer. So website proxy means you need to set the some proxy in particular application. So what will happen in our office application, we are unable to open, sometimes will be they will block for the like YouTube and Gmail and these all things they will block because they will set the some proxy. So same way you need to set the proxy means you need to use for the website proxy. And web URL we know. Web convert param will be there. Web convert param, anyone know? Convert. Already I explained for the convert in the argument.
HTTP to URL.
Yes, very good. So web convert for which purpose we can use means we need to convert for the HTML to URL or URL to HTML or HTML to plain, plain to text. So we need to use for the web convert param. And going to the next, web save timestamp param. So when we can use for the web save timestamp param means, so it is a 13 digits code, is a timestamp like hours and minutes and seconds and milliseconds and microseconds. So this will be 13 digit stamp. You need to capture the timestamp means you need to use for the web save timestamp param function. And so I think this will be enough for now. Okay. Now you guys know for the web break find, web URL, and web image check, web break find, and web submit data, web URL, and assume to the what are the functions web break say param, web break say param exp, regex param regexp, and what else? Web get in property. So website user, website proxy. So this all right now. So if anyone asks for the what are the functions for the web functions means you need to give for these answers. Is it fine for everyone? So you guys, what you need to do means once class is completed, right? You need to go to the our material and you need to read out to which purpose we can use for the which function. That is also very important. So if I ask for the website max html param function, which purpose we can use? So you need to give for the answer. Web break find which purpose? Web break say param which purpose? Web get in property which purpose? Website user which purpose? Website proxy which purpose? So if I ask means you need to give for the answer. So you can go through the material. It will be there which purpose and example also will be there. You can go through that and you can read it. Now we'll go into the like LR functions. So web functions different and LR functions will be there. So you can observe in our application, we are able to see the LR functions. You can observe LR think time will be there. LR underscore think time will be there. What is the LR think time is? It is a delay between the action to action. Like launch is there in between the login. It is some delay will be needed. So that is the some delay between the action to action we can use for the LR think time action. So this will be some seconds, like it is took for the some log. So for you can observe here. So everywhere will be you are able to see this LR think time. So in that search flight button and click on for the reservation point of view. It is taking some time. It is some delay between the actions, that is called a LR think time. And for the one more functions, LR start transaction, LR end transaction. So LR start transaction, LR end transaction, which purpose we can use?
Transaction.
LR start transaction, end transaction, which purpose? Yes, to find the response time. Point of we need to use for the LR start and end transactions. So very good. So and one more, LR continue and error will be there. So LR continue and error when we can use means, for example, already we are writing for the web break save function. In that not found is equal warning means what will happen? It will throw on warning and it will script will be continue. The same way you want for the continue your script. If it is a error is came also, you need to use for the LR continue and error function. Which function? LR continue and error function. And LR end also completed, and LR error message will be there. You want display for the any error message means you need to use for the LR error message. And we have the one more function, LR eval string. So when we can use for the LR eval string means already in the function we able to see in this function LR eval string. So you need to read this value. What is the value? Login. So login means what is this? We are giving for the save count. Some text is equal web tour, how many times will be there. You want to read the value point of view, we need to using for the LR eval string. So to read the value point of view, we are using for the LR eval string. Maybe you want display for the output message here. So we are using for the LR output message. Which message you want to see the in the output? See checkpoint is pass or fail condition. You are able to see in this output window means which function we are using? LR output message.
Output message.
Okay, and these all will be LR functions. So important functions only I am explaining. Okay, you also same thing you need to prepare. See LR output message. Yeah, LR reduces point also important. Okay, which purpose we can use reduces point means, see for example, banking application will be there. So as a employees, everyone will be get salary for 31st or 1st of date, right? So but everyone will get at a time. So some batches will be there, like so 1 to 100 employee IDs, employee ID 1, employee ID 2, employee ID 100. So they will give for the some batch time, like the 9 o'clock will be, they will run that batch. And at the time, what will happen? This 100 users will be wait some time. So after that, it is the batch will run for the 9 o'clock. Automatically, everyone will be this 100 users will get salary. So reduces point we can use for the LR reduces point means to wait for the certain time point of view, we need to use for the reduces point. Like we need to wait for the 60 seconds means for all 100 users will be come to the final stage, like it is a salary credited point of it will come, and all users come to this place and it will wait. And once it is some 60 seconds we are given or one hour we are given, every user is coming to this place and everyone will be stuck here because we are is giving for the some reduces point, because every user will should be wait for some point, and after that it is execute with the subsequently. So that is point of view we can use for the LR reduces point. And LR save string will be there. So when we can use for the LR save string means, so you can click on here, you are able to see also which purpose we can use. LR save string function assign the specified null terminator string to the parameter. If the parameter does not exist, it is created. So nothing but just I will explain LR save string which purpose we can means, we need to save the some value, like some C value where a variable to the load runner variable we can use for the LR save string. Already we discussed LR start transaction, LR think time we discussed it. And so I think these are only LR and web functions. Anyone can explain, just explain this, what is what you know, I don't want. So what are the LR functions, what are the web functions? Anyone? For you, what you know, you can explain. I don't want for all, what I explain for all. So for example, in web functions, what are the functions you know as of
web submit data,
okay, web submit data,
web URL, web save param,
website max
save
param function. Okay, good.
web break save param ex,
Web break save param ex.
Convert.
Yes,
Convert.
web convert param. Okay.
Web
Everyone
image
answer.
check.
So what you know, right? You can explain, no problem.
Web image check.
Yes, web image check.
web break find,
Web break find. Okay. Web getting property. Website max time param length function. Web save timestamp param
Website
function.
proxy.
Web add headers. Web add auto headers. And if anything miss,
Website proxy.
yeah, website proxy, website user. Anything miss? So okay, good. For as of now, what you are remember, right? You told yeah, same to thing. Explain about LR functions. What we discussed for as of now.
LR save string.
Okay, LR save string, good.
the start and end.
LR start transaction, very good.
And transaction.
LR end transaction.
LR end transaction, very good. LR think time. And LR output message. LR evolve string. See LR evolve string.
LR end is all.
Yes, LR reduces point, reduces. Okay, LR underscore reduces. And LR paramara random also will be there. LR paramara random means we want capture the randomly, means you need to use for the LR paramara random function to generate for the randomly. For example, we have two drop downs, departure and arrival will be there. You want capture for the randomly, then you need to use for the LR paramara random. LR save string. And
LR
again,
error miss.
LR error,
Error.
message, LR continue on error. And that's it, right? LR think time. So these all will be functions. So you guys, what you need to do means you can go to the our material and read for that each and every one function, which purpose we can use, and some example also will be there, syntax. You can follow that one, and tomorrow I will ask for the interview questions also for what are the LR functions and which purpose we can use, web getting property, which purpose means like download size. You need to find the download size point of view you can use. So like this you need to give for the answers also. Okay. And same to the I want for the everyone will be do for the scripting for that web tool script, and same to the what is that page store. Everyone can complete for the proper scripting like correlation, parameterization, and start and end transactions properly, and same to the web break find function. So this is the major things. Okay, scripting enhancements will be completed. Okay, means you done for this scripting like correlation, parameterization, checkpoints, and transaction names you are given properly, means you are good for the scripting point of view. So our scripting will be going to finish for the tomorrow or day after tomorrow will finish, and we have the like we need to explain for the like recording options and like each and every options, which purpose we can use this all. And apart from this, we need to discuss further some interview questions for the correlation. We have the some interview questions will be there. We need to discuss that. And apart from this, okay, recording options also we need to discuss. And after this completed, we are completed for the views, and then we can move to the controller. Is fine, everyone? Okay. I'm not taking much class because this is important. Okay, you guys can be prepared tomorrow.